session. You are free to report whatever you want. Click photographs of the session. Kindly note the webcast will stop after the conclusion of the presentation. Audiences on YouTube will not be there during the Q&A with the media. That is exclusive to the media only. At the end, we will share 3 teaser images with the press release to all of you. And of course, please tag Nissan when you post. With that being said, Saurabh, over to you.
Thank you, Narayan, and a very warm welcome to all my colleagues from the media. There's a very large family also on the call along with the media, so welcome to everybody. And I would like to thank everybody for their continuous support to Nissan in India and its endeavors in re-energizing the brand. It's been some time. We met you last, and you've been very patient with us. But in the background, we've been working very hard to make sure that we are meeting all the timelines of the commitments that we've made to you about the new cars. As promised, the product onslaught starts with the Q1 of calendar year 26. And this lovely new C-SUV that you're about to see, and Alfonso and Ken are going to take you through that very shortly, is going to come by the middle of next year. So things are on track, and today is a very momentous occasion for us. You guys have been waiting for us very eagerly in terms of showcasing to you what's coming next, and that's what we are here for. We're going to take a closer look at the all-new Made in India C-SUV, which is going to start the resurgence of the Nissan brand in India with its all-new shape and form. It's bold, muscular, new design that you're going to see. And today marks an important occasion as we're going to reveal much more than the silhouettes that we had shared with you in March. So we maintain our commitment. This vehicle is all that Nissan stands for. It's absolutely bold. It's getting ready to defy the ordinary in the C segment. And you're going to witness that because design is truly a differentiator. Every line, every curve, every piece of design element that Alfonso and Ken are going to share with you, I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. And they're going to take you deeper into the inspiration behind this lovely design. And I promise you, it's going to be an exciting 30 minutes with Alfonso and Ken. And without much ado, once again, I would like to thank you for joining us today. And I will not stand between you and the car any longer. And with that, I would invite our design chief, Alfonso Albaisa, to take over and take you deeper into this design. Once again, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. Alfonso, over to you.
I immediately throw it to Ken.
All right, so we'll take you on a little adventure today. Thank you, everyone. We are very honored to have you with us today, and we're very excited to share with you a glimpse of our C-segment, new C-segment SUV.
You may be wondering, seems to be a very dark cave we're in. We're in our relatively new theater here in Atsugi, Japan, just outside of Tokyo. And you would say, well, why do you need such a splendid 140-foot screen as a camera can pan through? It's just an enormous screen. The ceiling also is illuminated. It's the hub of design globally. We have a spectacular studio in London. We have a spectacular studio in California, and of course here in Japan, and we have in Shanghai, and we're all collaborating. Ken is actually the head of all the studios. And so depending on the project, he feels a creative need, he will select one. In this case, he's been collaborating a lot with our London studio. And this space is fully immersive. The ceilings react, the walls react. We can have visitors join via Teams on the screen, and we're watching them. And we're able to again, communicate all around the world and discuss design and to try to inspire each other, right, Ken?
Yeah, it's quite a nice place we have here. So thank you, Alfonso, for providing such a nice environment for us to create in. And well, so I can't wait to show the new C-segment SUV and share the story of how this vehicle is going to disrupt, deliver, and dominate. But first, we want to show you a short movie to share with you about Nissan's design philosophy. This is the DNA in everything that we do in Nissan Design. So I think we're going to switch over now to a quick movie. So I believe a movie is now going to play on your screen soon. If you cannot hear it, let us know. Okay, thank you.
Please tell us if the volume is not on for you.
From the beginning of our company,
It's
we
good.
dreamed,
Thank you, Ken.
dare to do what others don't. Dare was a hunger to inspire change for the planet, for the society, and for me. A philosophy for Nissan design. At Nissan Design, we envision the world differently. Driven by curiosity and the desire to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. For over 90 years, we've been determined to create what hasn't existed before. We see the world not as it is, but as it could be. At Nissan Design, we dare to imagine. Dare to listen. Dare to challenge. Dare to invent. Dare to charm. Dare to perfect. Dare to listen. Observe attentively with the spirit of Japanese hospitality. Get close to customers and understand their stories to find seeds of inspiration. Dare to challenge. See challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Bravely question the status quo to pave the way for bold, new ideas. Dare to invent. Follow your intuition and push boundaries to create what hasn't existed before. Explore freely, materializing your passion. Dare to charm. Infuse personality to create something wonderful that puts a smile on people's faces. Bring joy to everyday life and make it wonderfully unusual. Dare to perfect. Pursue excellence in every detail to bring exceptional craftsmanship to all. Draw inspiration from centuries of refinement, making the timeless. Dare to imagine.
The
All
movie
right.
made it.
Yeah, we did it. Okay, as you can see, we pour 150% of our passion into designing, but we're not very good PowerPoint operators. So please bear with us. Anyway, dare to imagine. So the Nissan Patrol, that is one of our greatest and most famous icons in Nissan. And it reflects fully our design philosophy of dare to imagine. And what it is, dare to listen. We always listen to our customers of what they expect. We dare to challenge convention. We dare to invent something new, something tough and bold for the desert. We dare to charm, and we dare to perfect with Japanese precision and craftsmanship. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Patrol because it is such a big inspiration for us in our new C SUV. So when I go to the next page, you'll see the lineup of patrols from all the way from the very first patrol. Okay, I'm going to wait a minute until the PowerPoint catches up. So I'm going to continue talking while we search for the page because it's so important to explain the story of the Patrol, that how it speaks greatly to the design team in Nissan because we have more than 70 years of heritage in our off-road SUVs. And we know that from talking to our customers that they love our heritage. They are loyal customers that come and buy our vehicles over and over again. So we look back and we find these design elements that people identify as Nissan SUV. And some of the things you can see throughout the heritage, we have the newest Patrol lined up with the ones from history. And you can see the V-strut grille very prominently. It's V-shaped, whereas competitors have just vertical or square-shaped. And just the overall front gesture is unlike no other brand. And when you look at the headlamps, we have the new C-shaped signature that is started to appear in the last two generations of Patrol, and people really identify that. So for our customer who love the Patrol, they love our heritage.
Ken, can I jump in? Because maybe, I don't know if the audience is aware of, first of all, Ken's Instagram is spectacular historical drawings. And Ken was actually raised in Hong Kong, and his first experience with Japanese cars was in Hong Kong and all this. So when I look at this image, my guess is this one here is the first Patrol you saw. Or which one of these was the first one that you remember as an iconic Patrol?
Ooh, it's the 1 second from the right, so that points out how old I am.
Yes, and actually Ken was heavily involved with the two to the left, and especially some of the details on the one before this current new one, I think were instrumental in changing the popularity of Patrol, even though it was always king of the desert. But when Ken drew that sketch, it took another level in Saudi Arabia, became #1, and all of it really cemented the iconography of Patrol that I think still lingers in everything you do.
Yeah, thanks, Alfonso. And let's take a look at that iconography, that very bold and powerful front face. So this is the Patrol, and in everything we do, that sense of, wow, we just want to make our customers impressed and delighted in our product. So that is in our DNA.
And of course, that maybe you're starting to wonder where we're talking a lot about Patrol and things like that. But as Ken mentions, it's the flagship of our SUV. It's the very heart of our soul for adventure and go anywhere. But then easy for you to ask, and I can ask for you, is, Ken, the scale of this is obviously very big. But today we're talking about a C SUV. What is the link?
Wow, lots of links there. So it's good you bring it up. So I'm going to now go to our new C SUV. So here's the first glimpse of it. We show you the front end. So obviously it's not as big as the Patrol, but the spirit and the passion is just as big. So to remind you, this is designed by the same global team as the new Patrol and as the Magnite as well. Same kind of passion, same spirit, and same ambition and more.
I think especially because when you mentioned the Magnite as well as this car is, even though CSUV is not an ESUV or a D plus SUV like a Patrol, the character, you always speak of making it larger than its actual footprint, that you want to have a character or atmosphere that is one layer above where it naturally would live.
Yeah, definitely. When we set out to do this project, we definitely, the goal was to disrupt the segment. And, this is a segment full of standard CSUVs, but we wanted a compact Patrol, or baby Patrol. We kind of call it that in the project amongst designers. And we know that that's the spirit we're after. So when you look at this image, actually quite imposing. You see the front silhouette, and you immediately feel its dominance. And then one layer down, you see the design elements. So here you start to see that same V-strut grille, now wider than ever, and it's interlocking with a C-shaped headlamp. So these types of precise and clever details inspired by Japanese DNA is prevalent throughout this new CSUV. And even the two lines running across the grille, so I'm going to point out all the details, shows the precision and also inspired by the new Patrol, if you can recognize it.
So one thing I can tell you about in all my meetings, because Ken is in charge of all the trucks globally, is he is currently very obsessed with this image of a bridge. So columns that are structured, a little bit of angle that helps express the agility and the ability of ramp angle and to go anywhere. And this is one of the vehicles that's, as a CSUV, still carrying these icons that you feel we need to have to be a truck.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's at home in the desert, but also in the urban jungle. It's tough, bold, and ready for any environment. So even when you move to the side silhouette, you see the same type of boldness, the sense of tough, ready to go anywhere. And but then also, not only toughness, there's the balance of toughness and refinement, because that's in our DNA.
I think especially on the previous image that you had on there, I think one of the interesting characteristics is that the front fender line that looks very horizontal and actually then is picked up on the horizontal front signatures. So you really have this sense of presence and power in the front of the vehicle. I think this is giving it that tough DNA.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, through the toughness, we don't forget about the refinement. So every surface, every detail has that sense of precision, the same kind of care that we give to our flagship Patrol. And even the expression of technology, which we feel, in the old days, we put lots of chrome on the vehicle. That means premium. Today, that's not the case. Technology is premium. So we use the lighting signature. And in this image, you'll notice the full width light bar that goes all the way across the front of the vehicle to show that it is a class above and looks super wide. All right, and as we go to the rear, that same story continues. So it's a very tough vehicle with a powerful stand. So we want to emphasize that width. So you see on the rear, the same consistent, the light bar goes across, the tail lamp signature, C-shaped to match the front. So that consistency from front to rear is really important to us.
It's very unique in the sense that we were able to capture the signatures in the front, the C shape, the Patrol has it, and how in this different scale, we were able to maintain that sense of toughness with the digital, which was very important to you, I know.
Yeah, that's something we learned from Patrol, where the customer tells us the consistency between the front view, side view, rear view is so important. We don't want to look like different people design different parts of the car. So when there's consistency, people feel there's great care in the design and engineering of the vehicle. So maybe one part we have not talked about, okay, there are three types of iconography up here. They're all C-shaped, but probably the one that is even more interesting is in the center. So I'm going to go to the next slide.
This is such a cool image.
Yeah, I mean, maybe quite abstract. And because the team, the design team is always so passionate, and we have several designers involved, and they always want to give it something little special, and they make surprises for Alfonso and I to discover. So one of the team members thought, okay, to show off the toughness of this vehicle, the Himalaya mountains, that's a great icon to show. So there's an abstract interpretation of it done artistically that's hidden in this double C-shaped signature on the side of the vehicle. So when you see actual car, we hope you can discover and enjoy these little details.
I think even though it's a brushed kind of aluminum looking finish, the C shape does look very much like the headlamp signature. And as Ken mentioned, we are in the era of the Easter eggs and the little surprises, and even our designers are hiding things from us. And this one I thought was spectacular because normally a fender vent is very purposeful vent shape. But this kind of, at first I thought it was this very cool, irregular pattern against the very geometric double C. But in fact, I thought it was so beautiful that it's actually referenced in the geography of India. So I thought this was spectacular.
Yeah, so this type of spectacular thinking goes on throughout the vehicle. So in this next one, you see the comparison. There's first a picture of the front, which you've seen. And I think in this picture, you can see better the lower portion, the protective nature of the bumper design. So the whole vehicle looks functional, bold, and it's a fortress basically on the outside. And however, very tough, very protective, but you see the two bars that run across the grille, and this type of refined details, quite exquisite, and gives a sense of premiumness. But as we move over to the image on the right, then we enter the interior. So we're giving you a slight sneak peek today at one part. And you'll see that, okay, this is the side vent on the instrument panel. And then there are these also two lines in metal, very refined, and it runs across the instrument panel again, giving sense of one class above.
And what I love here is that obviously the image on your left, fascia, Ken's team is using a lot of very honest interlocking bold shapes to give you this feeling of ruggedness and unbreakable. But he's picking up the same ones. So those double lines around the logo appear again on the assist side of the instrument panel. And there's a little Easter egg hidden in there for you as well. But on the interior, the result is something very refined, beautiful, premium execution, even though the exterior is really unbreakable and the toughest little box you can have. I love the way the team is able to keep it very consistent, but understand that the customer, when they get in the vehicle, they want to be rewarded, they want to be in the sanctuary, and I think that the team did, especially on the interior. We want to show you the whole thing, but we want to keep teasing you here and there.
Yep. So first, we disrupt with the exterior, very bold and powerful. But as you enter the car, that's when we truly deliver something that's, one class above, something that's beyond the customer's expectations. So we hope to show you more in the future. But today we tease you with this. And then, okay, so we've talked about the design quite a bit throughout the exterior and a glimpse of the interior. But one thing we haven't told you yet is what is this C-segment SUV called? So we haven't unveiled the name yet. And so while going through brainstorming what type of name, we wanted a word that's fitting for Nissan's design and engineering-driven innovation and that defy the ordinary spirit. And it has to reflect precision, purpose, and design excellence. So finally, after much thought, we chose a word with Greek origin, and the meaning of it is craftsman, builder, or architect. And it has a sound that evokes a sense of technology. So maybe you can start guessing. Anyone, you can guess to yourselves, what kind of word could this be? And then I'm going to slowly reveal the characters on the screen. So let's show the name. Okay, so we have tech. All right, so
there we go.
There we go. Tekton. I don't know if anybody has guessed it. And so that's the name, Tekton. It's a craftsman, a builder, and someone with an eye for quality and innovation. And as you can see, we're displaying the name proudly front and center on the vehicle, and it's complementing a very powerful overall shape.
And I love when we first saw the name, where it comes from our marketing team, and we collaborate on these things. Especially that sense of having scale or mass. The sound Tekton feels like a very solid, sturdy name and the sound. And we thought that it really looked good against the fenders and all of the shapes around this car. And because we're a Japanese brand, in the essence, we want everything we do to to feel like it's made from technology. Our foundation as a Japanese automotive company is high tech. So we felt this gave you both technology and structure.
Yeah, so with that, we just want to say this has been an awesome project for the team. We enjoyed it, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. And the team really dared to imagine, with the bold shapes, with the Easter eggs here and there. And so we're looking forward to the launch of the new Tekton, and for sure, it's going to defy ordinary. So with that, we would like to thank you for your time. And this concludes the design presentation portion today.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you, Ken. That was lovely. Thanks a lot.
So, Alfonso and Ken, can we move to the Q&A if you are okay with it, or shall I give you a minute to settle down?
Oh, certainly.
We're here. We're getting our little polygon seats here.